Have you ever talked to someone every single day? Good morning texts, late night calls, heart emojis, inside jokes, maybe even plans for the future. And yet, somewhere deep inside, you still felt alone. Not because they ignored you, but because something felt manufactured. Like the words were there, the attention was there, the relationship was there, but the soul was missing. And that is the unsettling truth about modern love. Most people today are not searching for connection. They are searching for a feeling. They don't want to truly know someone. They want someone who makes them feel wanted, chosen, attractive, important, less alone. And that is why so many modern relationships feel fake. Because two people can touch each other, text each other, sleep beside each other, and still never truly meet. Today, we are going inside the psychology of modern relationships. Why love feels so unstable. Why people lose interest so quickly. Why everyone says they want something real, but almost nobody knows what to do when something real finally arrives. Number 1. The performance problem. The moment people start dating today, they are no longer just meeting each other. They are performing. They choose the perfect photo. They craft the perfect bio. They send the perfect message. They try to appear calm, interesting, confident, mysterious, emotionally unavailable, while somehow still romantic. It is not connection anymore. It is branding. And once love becomes branding, people stop asking, "Do I genuinely like this person?" and start asking, "How do I look to this person?" That is where the emptiness begins. Because you are no longer falling in love with a human being. You are falling in love with a presentation. Their best angles, their carefully selected words, their controlled personality, their edited identity. And the dangerous part is, you are doing it too. You hide your neediness. You hide your fear. You hide your sadness. You hide the parts of yourself that might make someone leave. So two people meet each other, but their masks begin the relationship first. And sometimes the masks fall in love, while the real people behind them remain complete strangers. Be honest. How many modern relationships actually begin with honesty? And how many begin with strategy? Number 2. The illusion of infinite options. In the past, if you liked someone, you had to face that feeling. You had to speak. You had to risk rejection. You had to build something slowly. But now, there is always another profile, another message, another person, another possibility, another, maybe someone better. And that changes the brain. Because when the mind believes it has endless options, it stops valuing the person standing in front of it. A small problem? Replace them. One boring conversation? Find someone more exciting. One emotional moment? Disappear. This is the psychology of abundance without depth. People have more access than ever before, but less patience than ever before. They want chemistry without effort, loyalty without sacrifice, intimacy without vulnerability, and they want love to feel like entertainment. But real love is not always entertaining. Sometimes real love is quiet. Sometimes it is uncomfortable. Sometimes it forces you to confront your own selfishness. And that is why so many people run from it. Not because love is fake, but because real love exposes fake people. Number 3. The dopamine trap. Modern relationships are no longer just emotional. They are neurological. Every notification gives the brain a tiny reward. A reply, a heart, a typing bubble, a voice note, a new follow, a new like. It feels like romance. But often, it is just dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical connected to desire, anticipation, and reward. In simple terms, it keeps you chasing. And modern dating is built around chasing. Waiting for a reply, checking if they viewed your story, wondering why they are online but not answering, feeling high when they text, feeling empty when they disappear. This is not love. This is emotional gambling. And the scariest part? Many people mistake anxiety for attraction. If someone makes them feel calm, safe, and respected, they call it boring. But if someone is inconsistent, cold, confusing, and unpredictable, they call it chemistry. No, that is not chemistry. That is your nervous system being manipulated. Real love should not make you feel like you are constantly auditioning for basic respect. But modern people have become so addicted to chaos that peace itself starts to feel suspicious. Number 4. The fear of being known. Here is the deepest reason modern relationships feel fake. People want to be desired, but they are terrified of being known. They want someone to love them, but only the version of themselves that looks strong, funny, attractive, successful, and easy to love. The moment real vulnerability appears, many people panic, because being truly known means someone can see your insecurity, your jealousy, your childhood wounds, your emotional patterns, your need for reassurance, your fear of abandonment. And in a world where everyone feels replaceable, vulnerability begins to feel dangerous. So people stay shallow. They flirt. They joke. They send memes. They talk for hours about nothing. But they avoid the one question that could make everything real. Who are you when nobody is watching? That question terrifies people, because modern dating teaches you how to attract attention, but it never teaches you how to be emotionally honest. And without emotional honesty, a relationship becomes decoration, beautiful on the outside, empty on the inside. Number 5. The main character disease. Social media has turned everyone into the main character of their own private movie. And that sounds harmless, until it enters relationships. Because now people no longer just ask, "Do I love this person?" They ask, "How does this relationship make me look? Does it fit my aesthetic? Does this person raise my status? Will people envy me? Can I post them? Do they match the image I want the world to see?" This is where love becomes a prop. A person becomes part of your brand, not part of your heart. And once someone becomes a prop, you stop truly listening to them. You use them. You use their attention to feel valuable. You use their love to escape loneliness. You use their presence to prove something to people who do not even care. That is why so many relationships look perfect online, but feel lifeless in private. Because the performance is alive, but the connection is slowly dying. Number 6. The real love test. So how do you know if a relationship is real? Not by how exciting it feels in the beginning. Not by how quickly they reply. Not by how beautiful the pictures look. Not by how often they say they love you. The real test is this. Can you sit in silence together without discomfort? Can you tell the truth without being punished for it? Can you disagree without emotional revenge? Can you be weak without losing respect? Can you be ordinary without becoming boring? Because real love is not built in perfect moments. It is built in the moments where the mask falls off. When someone sees your tired face, your bad mood, your fear, your confusion, your imperfect humanity, and they do not immediately start searching for an exit. That is rare now, not because people are evil, but because people are emotionally untrained. They know how to attract, but they do not know how to attach. They know how to flirt, but they do not know how to stay. They know how to start something, but they do not know how to repair something. And without repair, no relationship survives. Number 7. Why real love feels strange now. The saddest truth is this. If you finally meet someone genuine, it may feel strange at first, because real love is slower. It does not always give you the same addictive high. It does not keep you guessing every night. It does not make you question your worth. It does not constantly trigger your fear. It feels calm. And if you grew up confusing chaos with passion, calm will feel boring. But maybe boring is not the problem. Maybe your nervous system has simply been trained to reject peace. Maybe you do not actually want fake love. Maybe you are just addicted to the fake version of excitement. So the real question is not, why are relationships fake? The real question is, can you handle something real without destroying it? Because real love will not entertain your ego forever. It will ask you to grow. It will ask you to communicate. It will ask you to stop playing games. It will ask you to become honest. And that is why most people say they want real love, but choose fake connection again and again. Because fake connection is easier. It gives you attention without responsibility, intimacy without exposure, romance without sacrifice, and the feeling of love without the work required for love. So if modern relationships feel fake, maybe it is not because love has disappeared. Maybe it is because people have forgotten how to be real. Let me ask you something. Do you think modern love is truly broken? Or are people simply too afraid to be honest now? Write your answer in the comments, because your answer probably reveals more about you than you realize.